Hello. When it comes to the behavior of a leader or a manager, they can choose from the entire spectrum of behavior which is available to them. They can be highly people oriented, or another extreme could be highly task oriented. They can be totally introvert and highly extrovert. Either of them is possible. In this video, what I'm going to share with you are 6 different areas where they need to demonstrate a very fine balance rather than choosing an extreme. Obviously, choosing an extreme starts becoming counterproductive over a period of time, but when you are able to demonstrate a fair balance between two extremes, that is when you are able to get the best out of people, you connect with them very well, and at the same time, work is also done very effectively. Let us begin. The first one is balance between giving and taking. Taking is very easy. As it is, people are coming to the organization so that you can take work from them, and you issue a notification and you take away some freedom from them. You take away some comforts from them. You take their time more than what is required of them. This is very easy to do. But when it comes to giving, that is something which is very important. You give them support, you give them encouragement, you give them opportunities, and so on. So there needs to be a very fine balance between giving as well as taking, because people need both of them. The second one is balance between autocracy and democracy. There will be situations in an organization when, as a leader, as a manager, you just need to take a decision and make people act on them. No questions asked. Obviously, there will be situations. But at the same time, there will be many situations when you need to take their buy-in, you need to take their inputs, and then come to a decision and then encourage them to take an action. So there needs to be a very fine balance between autocracy as well as democracy. The third one is balance between autonomy and supervision. When people are new to the organization, when they are fresh in the organization, when they are new and fresh in some role and responsibility, perhaps that is when they need a lot of supervision. They need to be monitored, they need to be directed, they need to be guided. But as people start gaining experience, that is when they need a lot of autonomy so that they can take decisions on their own, so that they can take initiative on their own. And if you are able to balance autonomy and supervision, you will be able to get the best out of people. The next one is balance between aloofness and approachability. As it is, when you are in a leadership position, you start becoming a little aloof. But at the same time, if that aloofness starts being seen as not being approachable, then it may become counterproductive. You need to be aloof. You need your own personal private time. You need to be having your own choices in terms of what kind of social circles you want to move in. That is where you need your aloofness. And at the same time, you need to be approachable when people have concerns to express, when they want their guidance and support. That is when you need to be approachable to them. The next one is balance between talking and listening. This is something very fundamental and very important. Talking is easy, listening is challenging. And you need to talk because you have ideas, you have vision, and that needs to be conveyed to people. But at the same time, listening is important because when you listen to people, that is when you get the feedback from the grassroots. That is when you get ideas merging into one when you listen to them. The last one is balance between thinking and acting. When you want to take the organization towards a vision that is in the mind, a lot of thinking is required to strategize, to create plans, and then very important aspect is without execution of plans, nothing will work. So action is required. Both of them are required. But at the same time, if you are just taking an action without giving enough thought, that means you are exposing the organization, you are exposing the people to a lot of risks, unforeseen risks. That is why there needs to be balance between thinking as well as acting. So the 6 thoughts that I've shared with you, let us summarize once again. Balance between giving and taking, balance between autocracy and democracy, balance between autonomy and supervision, balance between aloofness and approachability, balance between talking and listening, and the last one was balance between thinking and acting. Ask yourself, are you coming to an extreme in any of these spectrums that I've shared? And if that is so, ask yourself the next question, how would you like to start balancing, and what is the benefit that you foresee in creating that kind of balance. Wish you all the best, and I'll meet you in my next video.